Welcome back to the Machinimites podcast. Today we've got some very juicy guests and also juicy topics. This is episode 9, I believe, and let's get kicked off with the introductions. So first up we have Genetalian.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alec, also known as Genetalian.
And what do you do on your channel?
I do mostly, gaming kind of stuff. I do mostly Minecraft right now, actually. Every once in a while, like a Battlefield thing, but yeah, mostly Minecraft.
Nice. Do you play Battlefield on PC or console?
Oh, PC for sure.
Yes!
No, I'm gonna have to add you up.
Yeah, dude, you should.
Next up we have Mr. Muckle himself.
Hello.
And do you want to talk about your channel that you sort of co-own and what you make?
Yeah, well, there's 3 of us on the channel, ExultionFilms, and we do we do a Let's Play on Minecraft, and also we do animations, which are mostly put up on Machinima main, so we do all kind of crazy shizzle.
I am a big fan of you guys. But that's enough of the fanboy moment. Our third and final guest is Che.
What-o! I may as well open up with a rather posh opening, as I'm quite clearly the most civilized person here. As the picture is a posh guy in the random of various areas of animals. So that's my intro.
Fantastic. What do you do on your channel, Che?
I do a mixture of like TF2, Battlefield 3, Skyrim, now Diablo, and other just random games that I might be playing at a certain time of recording.
Pretty much everything that's awesome.
Yeah, basically.
Fantastic.
I am a professional awesomist after all, so.
Alright, so time is 9:45, just going to make a note of that. And first topic of the day, donations on YouTube. This is just going to be talking like, do you think it's right to ask... Well, we're going to talk about all the areas, so there's like asking for donations, having a donation PayPal, accepting donations if you're a partner, things like this. What do you guys think about the idea of, first up, asking for donations? So, Che, if you want to come in first.
I don't don't have a problem with there being a donation link, but I think the second people start going, "Oh, feel free to donate," it's like going out on the street and begging. It's sort of like, if you're a partner with YouTube or director or whatever, you're getting paid anyway. But I think the second that this donation thing starts coming up, feel free, have it on your channel. If people want to donate, they can see it, they can click it, they can donate. But I don't think you should sit there and like have something on there to say after all your videos, "Oh, feel free to go and donate to here," because it's almost just saying, right, now you're done, give me a donation. Now you've watched my video, donate to me. I don't think it should be something which people should mention, but feel free to have it on there. I've got no issue with it being there.
Alec, what do you reckon?
Well, like you are already getting partnered, like Chase said, or you're already getting money, like Chase said. So, I guess if you're starting a huge project, maybe you're like making a video game, if you want like a Kickstarter, something like that, then I would, you know what I mean? I'd understand that.
Yeah.
But if you're just making regular videos and you're just asking for donations, that's not right because you're already getting money from their views anyways.
Yeah. So, Muckle,
What is this donation going towards?
Yeah, really.
Muckle, what do you reckon about just asking for donations with sort of no clear purpose, just sort of generally asking for donations?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, you've got to kind of specify what people are donating towards. Otherwise, you could just, I don't know, you could be on a cruise in the Caribbean or something, and everyone's still trying to donate to see, I don't know, get your capture card or something.
Yeah.
But they expect something to improve the quality of your videos, which if you stated why you were getting the donations, then yeah. But I do agree with what Che said, which like if it's almost like pleading, as he put it. But if you just had it like on your channel saying like our videos, feel free to donate, and if someone donates, then that's brilliant.
Yeah. So do you think it's okay to ask in a video if you've got a clear cut, hey, I want to raise money for, say, new software, like editing software that's better than your previous one, or like a Blue Yeti microphone or whatever. Do you think it's okay to then ask, or do you think still it should be in the description or on your channel?
I don't think you should ask. I think if you're going to take donations, it should be for a charity or for some huge project. You said yourself, or whoever said it, a huge project. Like if you're making a movie that actually requires funds and is going to go somewhere, rather than just, oh, I'm making a movie for YouTube, it's not going to go anywhere, we're just making it for the hell of it, feel free to so we can buy a decent camera. You know, if you're gonna ask for a donation, it should either go to a charity, if you know you're doing, like, you know, people do like gaming-a-thons or whatever they're called. If it's going to a charity, or if it's for something that means something, not just saying, oh, I need to get a new microphone, donate so I can buy one, whereas, you know, the next month you get paid anyway, so you can just use that to buy it. I don't see why somebody needs to have donations to get new equipment. It's just like, I don't think it should be done. Any microphone is good, to be honest. Blue Yeti is, you know, well, hey, it's expensive, it's an expensive bit of metal, but you know, most microphones are fine.
Yeah. So do you think that people should put it in the description, or do you think that's the maximum people can do, is put it in writing in the description?
Yeah. That's as far as I would go personally, but
I don't even think that should be done. Like, if you, like, I've been doing YouTube for a couple months, like 6 months, 8 months, and I bought all my software. I just bought a new graphics card. I just bought a hard drive, and I'm thinking of wanting to get a better microphone, and I'm not asking for any donations at all. This is purely off of what I make off of my partnership. And I mean, I got most of this stuff before I even got partnered, just off of, like, not even methanization, just, you know, working around the neighborhood mowing lawns, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's ridiculous to be asking your viewers for donations and stuff like that. I think it's kind of your responsibility to bring them the best quality and stuff like that.
It then also doesn't become, if you're asking for donations, it's no longer your hobby. It's no longer something you're doing off of your own, like, off your own back, you know, because you enjoy doing it. It's like, oh, I need a new microphone, here, donate for me so I can buy one. That's good for you. It's sort of like, no, you shouldn't be doing it like this. It's something you enjoy doing. It's gone away from something you enjoy to something that you feel like you have to do now. It's gone away from what it used to be, if you're asking for donations.
How about when a subscriber comes to you and says, oh, is there any way I can donate? Do you then say, oh, no, it's fine, like, I don't accept donations? Or do you think it's justifiable if you say, you know, you give them your PayPal address or whatever? And
No, that's a little different. That's like some rich guy coming off the street saying, dude, you want this 20? It's like, yeah, of course I do. Well, like, right. It's different when you ask for it. That's my opinion. I think if somebody comes up to me and is like, you know, if you want this so bad, you know, I got some money. If you want any way to help, or that I can help, you know, yeah, I mean, I guess I'll take it. But if asking, that's just too much for me.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Earthquake. So I think. So do you think the line is basically, on one side of the line is when somebody asks, you can give them your PayPal, and then on the other side of the line is putting it in the description / asking for it.
Yeah, I would say that.
With the exception of a big project that's going towards the subscribers.
Or charity.
Yeah, or charity, of course. All right, so there we go. That was nice. That was nicely done, gentlemen.
I thought it was pretty good.
I enjoyed that. And now I need to go to bed.
Should we quit while we're ahead? I mean, that's the question. No.
Hey, it's 4 where I am, so it's fine for me.
Let's jump straight on in, following the YouTube theme. The new uploader. Now, what are your initial? What are your initial thoughts?
The shit. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. Literally, what the hell?
I know, it's ridiculous.
I actually quite like
it. All right.
There's always one.
Let's have Alec shoot first with your opinion.
All right. Well, the upload was okay. I started uploading. It was fine. I clicked to claim the video, and then it brings me to this page which says, like, it did not go through. You need to do this to do it. So then I clicked on it, and then it said I have to put in my email address that I use for Google. I was like, okay, yeah, I put that in, and then it says it's completely wrong. It says my username and password don't match, and I know it's right. I tried it like 3 times. That didn't work. I had messages from other YouTubers messaging me over like Skype and YouTube asking, you know, are you getting this too? And they send me a screenshot of the same exact thing that I got. So I know it's not just me that's doing the same thing. And then I canceled it. I tried it again. The same exact thing happened. So I went straight back to the old one right away. It's bad.
What do you think, aside from the claiming aspect, what do you think about the general uploader?
I didn't see much of it because I switched back so fast, but I heard, can't you like upload a thumbnail like while it's uploading or something? It did that not really work.
Kind of. It's like halfway getting to that stage. What you can do is when the video's finished processing, then you can upload a thumbnail from the upload page.
Oh,
but I guess eventually where I'd like to see it go is you can queue up a thumbnail.
Yeah, that's because that's the main reason. Like sometimes I want to like in the morning right before school, I want to, you know, just quickly put the upload, you know, I'd like to put on the thumbnail and leave, but now I have to do it after school because I have to wait for it to finish uploading, processing, then I have to go to my video management and then put a thumbnail on it when half the people have already started watching and didn't see the thumbnail.
See, I upload overnight, so I'd like the same feature because I upload overnight and then schedule it for like peak time back the next day.
Oh,
so
really?
I'd really like the feature where you can upload the thumbnail, so then that literally means I do the uploading bit and then I'll never have to check that video again, except for maybe annotations. That's got to be where the end goal has to come, like where you can upload and then you don't need to worry about it again, like everything's sorted out.
Yeah.
But Michael, what are your thoughts on the new upload? It's sort of a contrasting opinion.
I haven't actually uploaded anything, but from it just looks like they're being a bit too fussy with everything. What was wrong with the old one? I mean, it didn't look the best in the world, but now they've made it look better. They've also added a whole lot of crap that we don't need.
Yeah, I mean...
Or they've taken stuff out.
What they've done, really, is they've just compacted it into a... So where you don't really have to scroll down. That's pretty much all they've done, because they've done it in tabs rather than just scrolling down till you get to it. And they've also taken out like the option to put in a pre-roll, mid-roll, and post-roll. So I don't really know what's going on here. I don't really know.
It's kind of the editing part of it. Like, why would you...
Yeah.
Like, I guess YouTube's kind of going more towards helping the people who don't really know how much to edit, you know what I mean? They kind of use Windows Movie Maker to put it together. And then I guess they're kind of reaching for those kind of people when we're the kind of people who, you know Vegas, know Final Cut, you know what I mean? We got the video done, we just want to upload it. And I don't really think they're moving towards what we're at. Yeah,
well then that's a sticky situation. Like, do YouTube just go full out for the people that make the money, essentially, or do they act like the nice guy company and help out everyone?
It's like a fine balance, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what they got to go for. Because this new uploader was available for non-partners for like ages, like a while back. They were testing it because I remember my second channel, it had this, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck is this? And I was like, why doesn't my partner channel have it? Surely I should have the new one. Because at that point I thought the new one, new, it must be better, but.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
No.
There's always bugs.
Yeah, having said that, though, they said, after I finally found the scheduled uploader, because now you have to go private, then upload, and then it sets it, whereas on the old one...
really?
Yeah, you have to...
I loved it when it was just right in the beginning.
Yeah, like you could schedule it right there, but instead...
So you have to make it private, then you have to go into like video management and turn it to...
It's not that bad. You just have to go private, then select the file, and then it's there in the option. But at first I was like, oh god, what do I do? Public, unlisted, or private? Like, I don't really want to go with private just in case it ends up being like, doesn't publish, so... But
So when you upload, you schedule it to a time, and then... You know that time, so then you'll go onto your computer at that time, and then you'll do the thumbnail? Is that how you upload?
Basically, I upload overnight with it scheduling to go the next day, and then when I wake up, I'll set the thumbnail.
Okay, so then you can... So when a video is like... Let's say I upload... let's say I uploaded it right now, I scheduled it for like an hour, and it's already uploaded. Can I set the thumbnail, and then everything will be perfect? I can do the annotations right now, and then in an hour, it'll be just perfect.
Yeah.
So I gotta start doing that then.
It basically holds it on private so no one can see it. So everything's there, your video's there. It's just with that time, then it becomes public, and everything you've done to the video just kind of
It's there
opens
from
up.
the
It's
start.
just sort of there. Yeah.
And
And
it-
plus, it's like 720p from the start as well because
Yeah, because
you always
like
got
an
those
hour after I
jackasses.
uploaded
Dead
today.
quality.
Yeah, because I uploaded an hour ago. No, like probably a couple hours ago, and it was still 480 like an hour after I uploaded it.
at least
So.
the schedule. I like the scheduled uploader because it allows me to, not really worry, and also because I upload overnight, it means it doesn't like completely destroy my internet when everyone's trying to use it.
Exactly.
But Che, what are your thoughts on the uploader? I never really got your input.
I don't actually mind it. I remember it popped, like you said. I didn't realize it wasn't available to partners. I just remember one day logging in and it being there, and I was like, "Oh, well, what the hell is this?" This is when I was partnered, and then like within an hour later, it was gone back to the old one. So it kind of flashed up for me. And I thought, "Oh, look cool." But now that it's available, I don't actually mind it. It doesn't bother me going from something old to something new. Like you said, it was old, it worked, it was fine. Why change it? But it doesn't really bother me. I quite like the whole tabbing thing. It's sort of all there in front of you. The claiming options are actually quite simple. I believe everything. If you read the little question mark, they all kind of tell you what they will do anyway. But although I can't see any point in the advanced settings, because as far as I'm aware, not many people really change those. But all in all, I quite like it. I don't think it's that. It looks in theme with the rest of the YouTube, how it's changed. I think that's why they changed it, because nowadays it's all that bit more sort of, rounded, if you know what I mean. Everything's that bit more rounded, not so blocky and square. So I think that's mainly why it was changed, to kind of fit with the more up-to-date tabbing shit that everyone's doing nowadays.
In that advanced settings bit, I saw recording date. Now I thought, what is this, and why would I put it in, and where should it be? Where would it be like displayed, kind of thing? So
recording date was always available on the info settings anyway.
Was it?
You could always show where you recorded it and the time you recorded it and stuff. No one ever does it because it's pointless as hell. No one cares. But it was always there. I'd always remember seeing it, but.
Interesting.
Yeah, like you say, like video location and video day. Apart from, used to have a map of the UK, so.
Because I thought, with my situation, I recorded like the day before. Essentially, I thought, this could be somewhat interesting. But then, like you said, it's pointless. Like nobody looks at it. Nobody can see what you enter there by the looks of things, and people can tell from my accent that I haven't uploaded this in Russia or America or anything like that. So it's, it's pretty easy. But overall, I think the upload is better, actually. I do prefer it to the old one.
It's a bit more clear. I think the whole... It's a bit more not in your face and not huge. It's sort of like, this is how long it's going to take. This is where you're at. This is your percent. This is this. There you go. Done. And when it's done,
a lot
it's like,
simpler.
well done.
Yeah.
It just looks clean.
I would like it a lot. I do like it a lot better. It's just if the claiming was a little bit easier for me, at least.
Yeah.
So I think, as far as I'm aware, all you need to do with the claiming is obviously claim this video, both audio and visual, and then just leave the rest of it, because it's not a paid product placement. If you go on the question marks next to what each one is, it's pretty much everything you're looking for anyway. And obviously you don't want to rent it. And I think just as long as you click it as web, because it's not a TV episode, I think you're all right.
Yeah.
I think other than that, it's pretty much the same. I think it's just condensed down a bit more, because before you used to click one of them and then two more came out beneath it. I can't remember what they used to be. So I think they're kind of condensed a bit more. So it's just 3 rather than 2, then another one plus another 2. Before it was actually more confusing because you forget to click that sometimes, but now it's just this and this done.
Yeah, I mean, and also what I like is YouTube have said that they've ironed out all the problems in the scheduled uploader, because I never had a problem with it really, but I know loads of people were always saying like, oh, scheduled uploader, what a load of shit, and all this.
Like, what would go wrong?
Yeah, like people said that they had publishing issues, but this is what kind of annoys me when everyone says that, oh, my video didn't publish. I think like they may just they may just hype up their own videos too much. Like they expect a certain amount of views, and when it doesn't get it, they automatically blame YouTube.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Because why would only you be having those publishing problems? Because when mine's fine, and I'm happy with the views I'm getting straight off the bat. Like, is it really publishing issues? I sometimes question that, but their business is their business, I guess. So.
Yeah, you just sort of blowing out the trumpet a little bit more. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
But moving on, next topic. I think we've covered that one well as well.
We're doing well tonight. We are.
So, Alec, are you interested in Diablo 3 at all?
Oh goodness. That's like the MMO crap, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I take that back. I take back that crap.
It's an MMO.
Wait. Okay. I don't know much about it. I never really got into WoW. I never got really into any of that kinds of those games.
It's made by the same people who make WoW, but it's not.
Is it
really the same?
No, it's in all fairness, it's completely different. To be honest, it's similar, but at the same time, completely
Give
different.
me like a quick summary on the game.
Che, you want to take this?
I don't know what top-down fantasy sort of adventure with lots of gore and devils and stuff.
Yeah,
it's basically like a top-down 18 version of World of Warcraft, I guess, but a little bit less in the way of spamming your keyboard.
Yeah.
Mouse.
Oh, I hated that. Yeah, you just be clicking the bottom thing so much, and
it's a lot more like I don't know how you can put it across. It's just.
Is it less cartoony?
Yeah,
definitely.
Okay, good. I did not like that aspect.
More gory and
lots of gore
and devilish beings.
If I was into the beta, is it open beta right now, or is it
this weekend? It's funny you should mention that.
Yeah, only until Monday actually. Yeah.
Oh, it's open. Okay, I gotta play that right tonight.
Yeah, it's only like 4 gig downloads, so it's not massive. It doesn't take too long.
And is that through Steam?
No, you need to run your Battle.net. You need to create a Battle.net account.
Yeah, oh, okay.
An account
and I do have one of those because I did try WoW. So.
And then you go on to Game and Codes, I think it is. Then you scroll down, and it will come up with Diablo 3 beta or something like that. And then you just type in your how old you are if you're not signed in.
Okay, so moving on to your first impressions, Che. What have you thought? Because I know you've played the game for a bit.
I love it. I think it's wicked. I mean, I didn't play. Well, hang on. I saw Diablo being played. I never actually played it myself. I have Diablo 2 and the add-on, but I didn't really get into them. I only got them because my friends forced me to buy them, and I didn't really. They were all high levels, and there's me level 1 running around like a retard, and they're all basically doing everything for me. So I didn't really get into it then. And then I heard that Diablo 3 was coming out, and obviously it was put off, and it was put off, and it was put off, and then out of the blue, Blizzard was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, it's coming out in May." So then everyone was sort of like, "Oh, fucking hell, it's coming out in May." So everyone jumped on the chance to get in the beta. But unfortunately, I put my name forward, didn't get it, and then all of a sudden, I was sort of scrolling around on MMO Champion one day, and it suddenly said, "Open beta now live." So I kind of had a slight orgasm, and then I went to go and download it.
Yeah.
So obviously download failed and all that crap. So I played it anyway. Moving on, I played it today, and I think it's brilliant. It's so much fun. It's nice to have a different game because you don't really get any top-down games anymore. Not mainstream, indie games, yeah, but like Magicka and whatever. Is it Magicka?
Yes.
Yeah. And but no, I just think it's the way in which it's done. It's like you've got your primary, and you've got your secondary attacks, like on your mouse, and then you've got your other little bits and bobs added on to sort of 1, 2, 3, and 4 and whatever.
Yeah.
And how I just think it's really well laid out, and it's one of the only games I played it today, and it was one of the only games I've played for like half an hour and be like, I love this game. I think I could really get into this, of how it plays and how it looks. Obviously, I think one of the reasons why I didn't really like Diablo 2 was because it was an old game. It looked, in all fairness, pretty shit. It was good for its time, but I'm quite a graphic whore. I like graphics,
All right.
And since playing this one, I think it does look really good, and it plays really well, and I just like gore and blowing shit up, and that's what you can do as like a sorcerer and whatever. It's just good fun. I just really like it.
Yeah, I mean, going back to when you were talking about the controls, how it was, you had 1, 2, 3, and 4, which you could lock in with a certain skill, and then you had your primary left click and secondary right click.
Yeah,
that's the thing that put me off World of Warcraft when I tried the trial, and God, and also Rift, is the fact that you know you've got like 10 like things down the bottom.
Oh, even more than that.
Yeah, exactly. You'd have to try and, you know, mash and like, do you use your mouse or do you use the keyboard? Whereas this, it's simple. You've got 4 plus the 2 mouse clicks, and it's really easy just to, you know, it's really easy. At first I was like, do I like the fact that you move with the mouse by like clicking and stuff? But then I was like, you know what, it is kind of easy because it means I never have to leave the mouse. Essentially, it's a very mouse orientated game.
It's like you can, like you said on World of Warcraft, you had WASD to move around, and you always had everything above you. So if you had to move around a lot, it got a bit sort of like, you know, oh my god, what's going on? But now you, like you say, you've got your mouse to control where you go, and then you got your keyboard to control what you're doing, basically. And like you said, the 1, 2, 3, and 4 is like alternative stuff. So like the sorcery, he had like the Frost Nova thing and whatever. So they're kind of like not passive abilities as such, but sort of like alternative, like defensive spells and whatever.
I mean, let's talk about graphics now, because you said you're a big graphic kind of guy. I'm really happy with the graphics, actually. I think they look really good, and bear in mind it is a beta, so it may be subject to change a little bit, but you know, I'm playing on sort of medium to high because when I record that drains it a little bit. But I'm really impressed with the graphics, actually. I do like them a lot.
It's much. Did you ever play Diablo 2?
No, see, that's the thing. Diablo 3 is my first Diablo, but I'm really pumped for it because what I've read and seen, and also now from what I've played, I really do. You know, I've already pre-purchased it as soon as you could, and pre-downloaded it. So it's first with Diablo, but yeah.
But it's like the Diablo 3 is a heck of a lot more immersive. All the lighting, all the 3D-ness, you know, and like how everything, if you do something near something, it might collapse and whatever. It means Diablo 2 was good for its time, but Diablo 3 is very much brought up to what you should expect the game should be like nowadays, not slightly crap, you know. It's definitely graphically here, and gameplay, it's definitely up in this sort of year. It's not hanging around the same shit like Call of Duty is.
Yeah,
but,
completely agree.
Oh, you know, God, prepare for the hate.
Hate spam incoming. But no, I think it is. I'm definitely looking forward to the full thing coming out, and I'm actually gutted that the open beta is only like 3 days long. But at the same time, it's only like 2 weeks until the full game comes out. So
yeah, it is pretty cool. And the one thing that I picked up on is I really do like the audio. I do like the backing track.
It's good. Yeah,
it makes everything eerie, and it really does immerse yourself into this world. The voices, admittedly, they're kind of corny, but I don't think any video game has ever nailed voices, because it is kind of stupid just having voice characters. Like, obviously you have to do it as much better than just text, but I don't think anyone will ever like get it right.
But I think the voice characters always dumb the game down a little bit, because some games, they're really serious and they need that little edge just to sort of, you know, it's a serious game, but something in there has to kind of bring it down a notch and sort of make it somewhat humorous or somewhat lighthearted. If it's just, I mean, the dialogue is like, that's after you've done all the killing and pillaging and whatever. That kind of comes in. It's like, right, now you've done that, let's brighten things back up again so you can go off and murder some more people, you know, and just things like that. So
overall, if you had to give the game a scoring out of 10 based on the beta, what would you say?
Based on the beta, I'd give it a 9 at the moment, 8 or 9, because obviously it's beta and there's still issues there. But
do you think?
I reckon it's going to be a clean 10 at least. It's good. It's damn good fun.
So you think there will be good, like, notable changes during?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's testing, isn't it? They're testing how. I mean, it's not so much the gameplay; it's more of the stability of it. It's sort of like you can never log in at the moment, or when I was playing, it was a little bit laggy. Whether that was just because like you said yourself, I was recording. It probably is a little bit down to recording, but usually, you know, I can record some like Battlefield 3 on max, it'd be fine, you know. Whereas something like that, only playing on high, because that was the highest it could go up to. I thought, is this something to do with the recorder, or is it something to do with the game? I don't really know, but At the moment, for me, it's a 8 more a 9.
Yeah. I think mine played really well, actually, because I did kind of dumb the settings down just so when I got in and started recording, I wouldn't have to stop recording and then change. So
Yeah.
I don't really know what my max is. Like, I'm pretty sure there wasn't a feature where, like in Skyrim, where it detects your hardware and then
There
sets
wasn't, no.
settings accordingly. I do really like that feature because it means I know I can get the optimum, basically, graphics that I can physically get. So I don't really
did
know.
notice there wasn't any ultra. So whether that's going to come
Yeah.
in, there wasn't an ultra, which I was quite surprised. It's just high.
Well, going back to the Battlefield 3 beta, there wasn't ultra in that either. So
Was there not?
no, there wasn't.
Too
There was
big of a
only,
download
Yeah.
for a beta, I
Yeah.
guess.
yeah,
right.
maybe
Yeah, I
something
guess,
to do with
yeah.
that. There was only high in that as well, and I guess also maybe what was going through their heads is maybe content creators, they didn't want to show off
Yeah,
their
maybe,
full
yeah.
res game. I don't know. There could be a number of reasons, but also stress tests on the servers. I guess if they're
Yeah, if all
billions.
of us running around at ultra, then it's going
Yeah.
to be even more stress in it. So
It would be interesting to see what they take from this beta. Like if they're like, shit, we need more servers, or if they're like, all right, this is good, we can sort of handle this number. Because at the moment, I think only about 10 people can log in. That is ridiculous. The number of errors, there's like 3003, 75,
37,
12,
33.
37. I mean, there's just a whole host of errors. Like,
the highest, like I said, the highest I've seen is 3003. So there must be another 3002 errors you can possibly get between those. So.
yeah, I saw a tweet when I was looking through the Diablo 3 tweets just to see if anyone was getting on, and someone was like, race to error 1. It's just, I wonder what that error is. I mean, is it really that they have errors 1 to 3003, or are they just random
I
numbers?
don't know. They're
I mean,
probably just random numbers.
it's crazy. But anyway, I think we've wrapped up that topic. Do you want to move on to Dishonored? The game Bethesda have developed, are developing, and backed by Arcane something or other. Can't even remember.
Arcane Studios, they made Dark Messiah.
Yeah, see, what I was reading up on is that Arcane, the general theme I was getting is that Arcane haven't really got off their arse and produced a good game. So I really liked this trailer. I thought it was bloody brilliant. One of the best cinematics trailers I've ever seen, really. Muckle, you've seen the trailer. What were your thoughts on the trailer?
Well, you mentioned to me when I was watching it that it kind of reminds you of Assassin's Creed, and I was just thinking, hold on, how the fuck does that work? And then just the scene with him stood on the rooftop just looking down like an awesome, like a badass, and I just thought, yeah, Assassin's Creed. But it looked like a combination of lots of games, Half-Life, Bioshock cinematics. I don't know, for a theatrical, I thought it was bloody brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean,
sorry if I'm swearing a lot.
If that was turned into like a movie kind of thing, like this kind of setting and era is really interesting. Like it's like old style, but then there are these like robots
Steampunk,
that
it's
like
called.
yeah, steampunk, exactly. It's pretty awesome. Like on their website here, going back to the Assassin's Creed thing, it says it's got a little section here. It says, approach each assassination with precise first-person control and creatively combine your abilities and gadgets to eliminate targets with your own ruthless strategy. Improvise and innovate to define your playstyle. So that right there, it sounds pretty promising because it seems that you can almost play how you want to, and it sounds, obviously I'm just making all of this up, like there's no actual information from Bethesda as it's very early on, but it seems as though you really do choose like maybe stealth approach or just complete bombardment approach and things like that.
I can believe that 100% because did any of you ever play Dark Messiah?
I didn't know.
Nope.
No, you see,
Never even heard of
Arcane
it.
Studios made Dark Messiah. Well, they made. I don't know if they made it or published it, one of the two, but they might have even done both. But that was where you could create your own path of the type of character you wanted to be. You could be warrior, like wizard, and like assassin sort of thing. But you could choose from each tree between and play the game how you wanted to play it. The only downside was they kind of cocked up with keeping it up to date, and there was a lot of errors with it which they never really fixed. So I can see, and it's, they hadn't made a game since then, and that was back in, that was 5-6 years ago. So I can see that this game is going to be a similar modern sort of version, because that was all first person kind of sword fighting-y sort of, like Oblivion and Skyrim, whatever. But I can kind of see how you're going to have your own path to choose. It's going to be, I'm looking forward to how it's going to play out, because like you said, you can choose how you want to do something, how your player wants to be, how, what sort of type of killer, if you like, you want to be.
You can really, like, I don't know, I guess from a creative point of view, like a video creator point of view, you can be unique, and you can portray your characteristics in the game, which I think is good, because it betters the experience, really.
Yeah, definitely.
So, Alec, what was your thoughts on the trailer? Because you've just seen it, so it should be fresh in your mind.
Well, I just skipped through it, and it looks badass. Like, I want to get this game like right away. This guy walking on this huge ass like claw looking thing, and it just looks great. I mean, just the graphics. I mean, that's not their actual graphics, but it looks really good. I mean, I haven't read anything about it, but just looking at this trailer, it looks like it'd be a really cool game.
I'm flicking through the screenshots, and it's giving me Half-Life, and it's giving me Borderlands a little bit, and it looks really, really badass. I think this is definitely a game to look out for sure.
See, I'm looking forward to the whole steampunky sort of thing, because no one's really done that. No one's really had this alternative steampunk specific future where everything runs through Steam. If these advances were never made, but I'm actually really looking forward to how because I love the whole, like, how that sort of Victorian / modern dress code and stuff like that. I think it just looks like a really different but really, really cool game to play.
I mean, it's like you said, I can't really remember off the top of my head any game that's noticeably pulled this off really well. And if this game is anything like the theatrical trailer, like the debut trailer, which was pretty long, I mean 4 minutes 27, that's quite long by some standards. It's almost like an entrance to a film. It really was quite remarkable. And
they certainly kept it quiet though, didn't they?
Yeah, that's the thing. But Bethesda, like Elder Scrolls, boom, that's like out there, everybody knows about it. And then I didn't even know they actually worked on any other games, and then they whip up this badass thing. And I mean, just looking on their website, that mask, like, it is so creepy and like awesome at the same time. And I noticed when I watched the trailer, the top comment was, "I swear every Bethesda game starts off as a prisoner." Which, I think that's kind of cool. And their slogan obviously is revenge
solves everything or something.
Yeah, solves everything. Revenge solves everything, which is cool, because I think everyone, after putting that in there, everyone now knows like who the prisoner is and who that guy that killed so-and-so is. And I can't wait to develop this storyline and find out what happened and all of this good stuff. So has anyone got any other thoughts on Dishonored before we move on?
Hurry the fuck up and release.
Yeah.
Exactly. I couldn't find a release date anywhere. I mean,
I don't think it's going to be till next year, to be honest.
Yeah.
Really? Do you definitely think it's 2013?
Well, it could be this holiday.
It could be very late 2012, but
yeah,
I'd be very surprised if it suddenly cropped up within at summer.
Interesting. On the Wikipedia page, it says release date 2012, but
well, it could be, but you never know. They might have to hold it back for something.
Yeah,
but
the thing is, there aren't really any noticeable windows. Like, there's obviously the November time, but I think it would, for a game like this, it would be damaging to release it near where Call of Duty is being released, because it's not gonna outsell Call of Duty, obviously.
Oh no, never.
So when people have only got like 60 odd quid or whatever to spend on a game, they're gonna go with the safe choice of Call of Duty. Unfortunately, that's just how it happens. So it would be good if they release this game sort of, I don't know, sort of post-Christmas time. So then people have got money, like maybe like a February, March kind of release date. I don't know. I think that's a good window. I mean, ever since Borderlands released their game in that sort of post-Christmas kind of time, and that just flew off the shelves. Like, that was crazy. Like,
it was after the Christmas, everyone's played the Call of Duty Christmas spree.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I think either, I mean, like Alex said, it should either be around the holidays, or for me it should be early 2013.
Brilliant. So let's move on to the first off, Syndicate got hacked. We're just going to do a little initial reaction as a laugh. That's brilliant. So this is more of an announcement. I mean, you can't really stretch out this topic too much, but Syndicate's vlog channel, his SyndicateCentral, I believe it's called, with 160k subscribers, has been hacked. It looks like...
his second channel? Really? His vlog?
Syndicate.
I'd never even heard of this.
It's recent, really recent.
Literally just happened, and it's been hacked by TheRejectedProject, I think, because
they're releasing who hacked it, like on the
know.
channel.
I mean, because
wasn't he being framed?
Really?
Was he framed? Because I clicked on the Rejected Project and it said something like, "I did not hack the Syndicate Project" or something like that. And people, so he might have been. Yeah.
That's if it's not a lie, I genuinely feel sorry for that guy. Like, because Syndicate has got one of the most influential audiences ever. Like, his rape train, as he calls it, they literally bombard the fuck out of like websites and channels and things like this. And if this guy hasn't, which he probably has, I mean, his username is TheRejectedProject, but if he hasn't, I genuinely feel sorry for him. But
yeah, he's got more. You go on the Syndicate's channel now, it says The Rejected Project, COD Media HQ, and Boosting Forums channel. Which is
where does it say that?
Yeah, on Syndicate Central's channel now, it's completely blank, no videos, no background, and it's got in its sub box The Rejected Project, COD Media HQ, which sounds like the gayest channel ever.
Oh my god, I'm so lost.
Boosting Forums. You know, I mean, I don't see the point of hacking when you think about it, because you either, if it's for the attention, you're getting 100% hate, and if you don't advertise who did it, and you're doing it for attention, then you're kind of not even getting attention. Like, probably in the hacker's own sick head, that he thinks, oh yeah, look what I've done, but nobody actually knows you've done it, so nobody gives a shit. Yeah,
like, it's different if you have a reason to, if he did something to you,
like
something like that.
Like, Anonymous always have a purpose. They don't just go, let's go fuck up someone.
Exactly.
They loosely have a purpose around everything they do, I guess you could say.
I love Anonymous.
Yeah. When you think about it, they are pretty cool.
They're the knight in shining armor to the internet.
Yeah, they're like the digital Robin Hood. I mean,
that's the best way I've ever heard anyone describe it.
I'm copyrighting that, by the way. No one else
the
can use it.
Digital Robin Hood.
I mean, there we go. Syndicate has been hacked. Little public announcement.
Oh, he'll be fine.
He will be. You know, at least if it's not sorted out this weekend, it'll be Monday when the Machinima boys are back in the office, and he'll drop a quick email to someone at the network program.
Yeah, we were talking about this before we did the podcast, and it's like, I was saying that, in all honesty, like we said, in all honesty, it's not going to be down for very long. He's one of the biggest YouTubers on YouTube. You know, collectively he has, you know, I don't know, I can't be bothered to add it up, but a lot of subscribers.
Yeah, he's got like close to 1 million if you add both his vlog and his main.
Yeah, and it's just sort of like, well, in all fairness, for me, it's sort of like, it doesn't really bother me, because as much as I like him, you know, it's sort of like, it doesn't matter. He's going to be fine. It's not like this is his one source of income, you know.
Yeah.
He rakes it in off of his other channel. He makes a lot of this channel as well, and he's going to be fine. I think he will, like you said, he'll message Machinima and he'll be back within the week. So
yeah,
it's not like his videos are gone for good, are they? So
they're all privatized.
Yeah, do you know if they're privated or deleted?
Yeah, privated.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
But even
Maybe
if they're
it's
deleted, I believe there is a way of contacting YouTube and actually getting them back. Because
Yeah, you can.
You can do
Yeah.
that with a channel, so I imagine with a video you can. They must
there'll
keep
be-
it for a certain number of times.
There'll be like a backup, wouldn't there? Everyone
Yeah.
will have their own little backup. If something should go wrong, you say, look, been hacked. I need this. This has happened. Can you just reinstate my videos? Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
We'll back your channel up and we'll be off we go. So.
Yeah.
I love your YouTube voice. Use voice.
Thank you.
So just to summarise, everyone, if you've got a YouTube account, just use two-step verification, I guess, and don't have a password that's like password 123.
Shit.
That's that's all I'll say on that. Let's go to a topic towards you, Alec. The history of your name, Genetalian. 'Cause I think everyone can associate that word with,
Genital.
yeah, exactly. So do you like genitals and aliens? Is that what it is? Let's talk about your history of that name.
Well, I was in a health class.
Oh,
and
Already gone downhill.
we were talking about the genitalia, the human body, and I was actually just starting my YouTube, or I was thinking of starting a YouTube channel, but I wanted a very clever name. And everybody's got a clever name. So I'm thinking, genitalian. That is amazing. So, and I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm thinking probably a lot of people have this. So I'll change the I to an E, and that's pretty much how it happened.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's brilliant inspiration, because I often get messages with I'm thinking about starting a new channel. What should I call it? And there you go. Pro tip from Alec there.
Exactly.
You go to your human
Health
body class and you
Change
take
some letters.
you change a
Yeah.
few letters of a funny subject, I guess, and
Yeah,
bam.
and I get to call my subscribers genitals, so it's even better.
that is
That's
actually
amazing.
brilliant. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Is that the
Pro
one
tip.
thing you took away from school then? Just that username?
Oh yeah. That
No,
is the
not
same
algebra or
thing.
anything. None of that stuff. Just
Oh,
genitalia.
no. Exactly. That's the one thing I can thank school for.
Pro tip though, I mean, look where you are now. Machinima partner and machinima
Yeah.
director.
It's going good.
I mean,
Sat
good.
here with an elephant's ass.
there's clearly a direct correlation between genital username and fame. I mean, it's just
Exactly.
if
I mean-
you put genitals in your username, you will be famous,
You will be, like, right as you make it.
guaranteed.
But it just hasn't come to me yet.
It takes us all a while to find our inner genitalia.
I see what
Yeah.
you did there.
Brilliant. All right, so our final topic, I guess you could say, before we have some banter. I've also got a question for you guys, which I'll do at the end. But old YouTube versus new YouTube. Now I have if everyone wants to look at that just as reference, I have a capture of November 5th, 2009, old YouTube, and I've also got in another tab the current YouTube. So what are your thoughts, guys? Compare
Well-
and contrast.
Well, I can see
Discuss.
Kanye West is, when he went up on the stage and said, Beyonce is one of the best singers of all time. I'm just looking at this and I'm just thinking, yeah, that was when hate started.
That was when hate began.
Yeah, that was the birth of it. And then there's Glee, so there's even more hate. I mean, this is thrilling for like an audio podcast, all the visuals. But
The
yeah, it's
one
really-
major thing I can see a big difference in is the fact that the gaming comes under most popular. Whereas
Yeah, it
nowadays,
does.
you don't really see it.
Yeah, that's a good point actually, because I remember before, just a little bit before where we are now, people were complaining at the fact that this was around when giveaways were like thriving, and also miscategorizing your videos. And some people's justification for that is that YouTube took gaming off the front page when it deserves it over things like news and politics, how to and style, when it does pull like the most views. Like, especially now, it pulls one of the most views, other than maybe music and entertainment, and possibly like comedy and entertainment are sort of the same thing, really.
Yeah.
So, and gaming, when you think about it, it is entertainment. Like, when you think about gaming as a category, like, and there are other categories of comedy, entertainment, like music, film, and animation. Gaming isn't really a category of like viewing, is it? I mean, gaming is sort of you perform gaming. You don't. Yeah. It's not really a.
Yeah, it's not a category. It's an activity.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess that is a fair point that when gaming was taken off, people decided to put it back on effectively by putting their videos in other areas, I guess. Going back to old versus new YouTube, one thing that stands out in my mind is that yellow upload button and the yellow subscribe button. That has got to be, a piece of me died when that was removed. I mean, it really was tragic. I mean, because when you think, like, comparing the old and the new, the colour has gone from the new. Admittedly, it looks like chicer and stuff like that, but there was something sort of like, I really don't want to use the word hip, but I'm gonna use it anyway.
With it.
Yeah, there was something cool about the colour on YouTube before, and it just, I don't know. What are your thoughts, guys? Let me know.
Well, it's definitely evolved as far as the website's concerned. Like the functions have got even better in some cases. Upload.
Yeah.
But it's a bit. It's like I miss the old YouTube, but at the same time, I think we're better off with the new one. Otherwise, they wouldn't have made the change at all. There's got to be a reason why they did it, and I guess the reason was to make it look more slick, more in line with Google.
Yeah.
It was more. The new one's a lot more vibrant. You find if you look at the old colours, they're sort of bland. I mean, like the YouTube, the red bit around the tube, and the old one, it was a lot brighter. But this one looks a lot more in depth and a lot more clearer,
HD.
if you like. Yeah, a lot more hood. A lot more hood. Yeah.
I mean, also, what I would say is, oh god, I've forgotten what I would say. Oh wait, no, I've got it, guys.
Who's got it? Don't panic.
When you were talking about they make the changes, they must have a reason. I agree with that, except for when you go on your youtube.com front page and you click that view thing and there's a highlights option, which all that does is remove certain videos from your subscriptions, which I think is 100% bullshit. I literally cannot see the point in that feature.
Because the fact that it constantly changes back to it.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you're subscribed to that many people where highlights then have an impact, you're the kind of guy that is going to watch all the videos in your subscription, so you don't want YouTube to just decide to remove them. Like, that's the thing. The people that would benefit from that are those that don't watch too many YouTube videos, but they're the people that aren't subscribed to too many people, so therefore the change isn't even going to make a difference. So
that's so true.
There you go, YouTube. Right here. Bam, remove it, please. I mean, it literally...
Or at least let the tick stay there.
Yeah, that's the thing. I swear every day you have to redo it. And it's annoying as fuck.
Stop unticking my tick.
Yeah. Or at least... I don't even know. Bah.
Humbug to you.
So what other features of the new YouTube do you prefer over the old one? Anyone?
Channel. Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, how about... What uno momento? How about the just before this new channel layout, and comparing that to the channel layout? Do you think which one's better?
I like the new one so much more.
Oh yeah, the new one looks. Yeah, I like the new one a lot more.
The only thing I preferred about the old one is the fact that you could, the customization. You could make your channel look like different to everyone else's, whereas this one is a generic theme, I guess. But apart from that, I have to admit, a lot of people didn't like it, but I did like it because, it's neat and tidy. Bang tidy.
Yeah, exactly.
Bang tidy.
It's a reason, like I do like to customize it a lot, but the people got way too crazy about it, and it was like completely transparent, and it was all these neon color. It was just annoying to go on.
Yeah.
And I like how this is just, you can do your background, you can do your banner. I just like how it's a lot more clean, and everybody's looks the same except for the banner and the wallpaper.
The
on
only
the
thing I
side.
don't like is the feed tab. I find that by putting that over there, they've kind of removed the channel commenting that you sometimes got. You don't really get channel comments anymore because no one can be bothered to click on feed and then go or
then
just
go
write it down there.
Yeah.
I haven't had a channel comment in like a new one in about 2 weeks,
I
whereas
haven't
before
even checked in like
you
a
used
month.
to kind of you'd see them somewhat regularly, but
Yeah.
it's kind of wormed that out a little bit. But that's my
Yeah.
only dig. Other than that, I like it fine. So
I think what they've done is they've geared the homepage and both the channel page more to like third-party access, like kind of geared it towards outside businesses maybe or outside people to see the site and think, so this is what it looks like. I can see everything here. Nothing looks ridiculous, and it looks a lot more professional and Googlish, I would say.
Googlish.
What a word.
A
So-
googly foogly.
Any final thoughts? Any features from the old one that you'd like to see back? Let's quickly talk about 5-star over like and dislike. A quick poll: who prefers 5 stars?
Okay.
Let's sort that out. I'm with you on that one. I mean,
Before a hand raised that nobody can see, please can you let us know which you prefer?
the thing that I would say is that I said this before the podcast as well, is that when 5 stars was around, I voted either 1 star or 5 star, which is essentially a like or a dislike, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, it's...
And that's mostly with YouTube videos now. You either like it or you don't. I mean, there's some of them where I kind of like it, but mostly I like it or I don't. That's just usually how it is.
Yeah. And it's also much more clear-cut for a video producer.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
rather than getting like 3.5 stars average out of 5, that doesn't really tell you much. Because it tells you that you're doing an okay job, but there could still be like a whole host of 1 stars in there that you didn't know about. So,
Yeah.
Whereas likes and dislikes, you've got a clear-cut lightsaber. You're either a Jedi or you're a Sith. Bang. It's easy.
Yeah.
Incredibly nerdy of you by saying that.
That's
Could
how
have
we
come up with
roll.
something a little bit better, could you?
Alright, you've either got, I don't know, a blade of grass or a bit of blood. I don't know. What do you want from me, eh? I'm trying my best. But, any final thoughts on old versus new YouTube?
I like on the new YouTube how your videos that are on your channel are the major in your related videos. So when you go on a video page and you're watching, down the side, it's not like random videos anymore. It's more lenient towards your channel.
Yeah, and also
Videos.
recent ones, I find that my new ones are in there, which is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's not filled with people just sticking your name in the title and then sort of reaping the benefits of it.
Yeah.
I personally don't mind that because it kind of gives me a ego boost that I'm...
Yeah, but it's nice that like the related videos
Yeah,
are actually
yeah.
your videos, not someone
Yeah.
else's. They've got nothing to do with your video or anything to do with
Yeah.
it. They just happen to have put your name in there.
I mean, I remember before I uploaded, like way before when I first started like watching things, I would spend like hours just watching a video, then checking and then clicking on the most interesting one and
Yeah.
the related, and going on a spiral until I end up in that weird part of YouTube, which just happens. It's inevitable.
Where you find the videos of people saying to you, "Where the hell did you find this video?
Yeah.
How did you find this video?"
But now, I mean, I guess I don't really watch too much YouTube that's not in my sub box anymore. I don't know if you guys find that, but
Really, that's like where I watch all of mine. Just go to my, subscription right on my homepage and
I do more of the random. Oh, this is related, and then, like you say, you end up on something that's nothing
Yeah.
to do with anything.
I'm in the
anymore.
weird part of YouTube again.
yeah.
Anyway, to conclude this podcast, I've got a question from a subscriber, and he said, I think it came up in the live stream, by the way, Muckle, like on Monday or whatever. If you could take one thing from any movie, like an object, I guess, what would you take? Like what movie and what object? Give you a little moment to think about it, but when you've got something, just let me know.
An object, so it's not like a power or anything.
It can be a power or an object. Or I remember when I was asked it in the live stream, I said a fit wife. I thought that was clever. So
That's the best.
Yeah, but she's gonna be a real bitch, you know.
nothing like a good old Julie.
So yeah. So the thing, what you're asking is, if there's anything we could have from a game.
A game, or, let's say game or movie.
Oh, okay.
Any object or power or whatever that's in a game or movie. What would you have to have with you in real life?
Where to begin?
Tough.
Let the
There's,
nerdiness
There's
begin.
really good ones, and there's just the really clever ones. Like, I don't really know.
Do I pick one that's practical or one that's going to be beneficial for the podcast?
Exactly.
The One Ring.
Oh my god.
That's my choice.
Oh, this is really annoying. I'm going to be thinking about this all night now. Thanks a lot.
It's going to be the longest topic.
Yeah.
Thinking of an answer.
The rest of the podcast is going to be like 4 hours.
4 hours of
with and
Yeah.
in typical YouTube voices.
Right. I'm going to
Iron
have to-
Man suit. I have
Ooh.
Iron Man suit. That's what I've had.
Ooh. Interesting
Nice.
choice. Yeah, but it all kind of got to him in the end. Well, not
Who
in the
cares?
end.
You've got an Iron Man suit. You just
Yeah,
who cares?
Can you manage the responsibility?
It got to
That's
him,
the
but it won't
question.
get to Che.
Nah, I'll just fly around and just be annoying.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, to be fair, if I ever got like a Spidey suit or anything, I wouldn't save people. I would just fuck around and fly around
Thing is,
buildings.
Exactly.
There's
Fly it
not that-
around.
Not that many things happen which require people. You're never around.
Exactly.
Yeah, muggings happen, but no one ever comes and just does these random
the
things you
police
see.
do a pretty good job. I mean,
Yeah.
nothing too bad is going on at the moment. Whereas in these
Yeah.
films like Batman and Spider-Man, there's always something going on, and it's
There's always
like,
a super villain.
really?
Well,
Yeah.
you don't want to watch a movie where it's just people sitting at
theft
getting some
and just-
coffee and. You know what I
I'd probably use the Iron Man suit to become the world's first actual supervillain.
Oh,
There we go. I'd get the whole shebang, the whole volcano base and island and henchmen and all that stuff going on. I'd do the
Henchmen with,
whole
like,
do the
one
whole
eye.
thing.
And guards that can't kill the main protagonist,
Exactly.
yeah.
no matter how many bullets they fire.
There'll always be like an inch behind them.
Yeah.
Sharks with freaking laser beams attached to their freaking heads.
Mm.
So Alec, what would you take from a film?
Well, I gotta say Halo. Just
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Master Chief. Just every time I play that game, I just feel so badass. I just feel tank, and you got the armor, you got the weapons, and you just got the actual like body. You know what I mean? Isn't he like what they like injected? They injected something into him where he's got like super strength and all that kind of.
It's basically Captain America.
Exactly.
Except he can put Cortana in the back of his head.
That's the best part. That's exactly why I chose him.
It's like having a wife you can turn on and off because you can just unplug her, essentially.
Exactly.
And bam, she's
Quiet woman.
She's shut up and perfect.
Shut up or I'll take you out.
Exactly. So on that note of slightly sexist remarks, we're gonna conclude this podcast. It's been really good. Again, another brilliant podcast. I'd like to thank all of you for coming on. It's been really
Thank
nice.
you.
Any
Anytime.
final words?
I like trains.
I like women.
Scrotums.
Brilliant.